All right, I think I'm live. I'm just waiting for people to trickle in, and hopefully this doesn't fall flat on my face. So, how's everybody doing? It's Friday night, and I decided to do a solo stream, fucking obviously. Um, so, I thought about doing another just general video, but it's been a while since I posted something, and it's the old trope of I'm pretty busy with a lot of stuff going on. But I figured this might be easier than just trying to do a video and then do all this editing and all this shit. And I figured I would just collaborate with you guys and take it from here. Hey, what's up, Nick? What's up, Brian? I don't have any cats, as a matter of fact. Should I get one? Yeah. Hey, what's up, Nick? Nick is hosting tomorrow night. So we're doing a live stream as we do almost every Saturday. So I don't know, what the hell should we call ourselves? The Saturday Clan? Like, I don't know. No, nothing with the word clan. So that has very bad connotations. For example, look at behind me. So I got two Dokken CDs showing up over there. And you're like, what does that have to do with anything? So Dokken is making a comeback, and they haven't played a show in the U.S. in like 26 years or some shit like that. I know they did some show in Japan a little while back, but George Lynch is retiring the Lynch Mob name because, you know, again, has some very strange racial connotations. So he's like, we're not going to be moving anymore with that. So I think he's still doing stuff with the Lynch Mob, but the name is going away. But it's good to hear, you know, the old guys coming back and doing what they do. Saturday Clan, almost as bad as the Lunch Mob. I think we know what you meant. Yeah, you know, I don't know how the young guys feel about it. Okay, it's the Saturday bullshitters. That may not be too far off. I don't feel like, at least on my end, I don't know. I feel like I know what I'm talking about half the time anyway. So anyway, so like I said, instead of doing a regular video, I'll be doing a stream. But I didn't want to deprive you guys of this. I'm too lazy to do an intro. I'm just fucking with you. That might be going away very soon. I'm thinking about doing a new intro and maybe doing a different song or something like that. So I don't keep torturing you guys with that. So anywho, I want to talk about some releases, some stuff I picked up, and keep this a little more focused. Give out some shout outs. And also, I got some VCLT. I actually have several VCLT. This community has been fucking amazing. And I've never stopped. I have the biggest gratitude and appreciation for the community. I try to do my part, and, you know, it's just all part of the fun. And I figured some of you just deserve some shout outs. So I can't do it all in this one live stream. But I'm going to start with one person in particular and kind of just trickle in. So I'm going to make April a bit of a VCLT month and some other things. So I'm going to try to get things moving again. But I thought this would be a good way to kind of move forward. What is the song intro? Damn, yeah, everybody's been curious about that. It's a, shit, you know, as a matter of fact, it's been a while since I've actually looked this up. It's a very obscure EP from a band, I think from Australia. That actual song is slowed down, like by, I think it was, yeah, I think it's like almost half the speed because it just sounded weird. So it's a little doomier by slowing it down. And I'm actually able to make the length go to the way I wanted to clip it, if that makes any sense. So there was some editing involved. That is not the pure track. Hell, maybe my sound engineering skills have worked out for these guys. I don't know. I have to get back to you on that. The name escapes me at the moment. But like I said, it's a very obscure band. I think they only put like one EP. That particular track is free. I didn't steal it. If that was your next question. So, first of all, shout out to Ken's Death Metal Crypt. I feel really silly if I have to actually explain Ken's Death Metal Crypt. You all know who he is, and copyright strike for sure. Sultan of Doom. Maybe. I did get a copyright strike for that, what do you call it? That banana diver video when I did that reaction. That's a funny one because I did the Dio album, my all-time favorite cover art or whatever, and then I did the Danger reaction. And Alan actually made a whole video in reaction to that. He did not like my reaction. And but he reached out to me and said, hey, I'm going to post this up. Is this cool with you? And I don't get butthurt like people normally do. So I was fine if he would have posted that. But the thing was that Alan's a different generation. And I think my reaction might have been misinterpreted. It might have shown that I might have hated the band. So that video never went live. But Alan, if you're watching this, cat's out of the bag. But, I did get a copyright strike from doing that reaction. And, it's just a warning to you all, if you're going to do reaction videos. So if you're not monetizing it, that's why I didn't give a shit. So, yeah, I got dinged two ways. Copyright strike and Alan did not I appreciate it, at least the way I handled it. But I was just trying to have fun with it. But I felt like it was at the band's expense. But, they're a good band. So I meant no bad shit with that. So, okay. So I was calling out Ken. Ken's got a stream tomorrow night, April 3rd, and with Pestilent Death. So, as usual, none of his interviews are disappointing. So I would say, as usual, check it out. And it's going to be tomorrow night. I think it was at 8:30, 8 o'clock, something like that. Nick, if you're doing a live stream, you may want to push that out a little further out. Some of us may want to tune in to Ken's stream first. Or is Poison a danger knockoff? So he reached out to me. He asked me if I like fetid. So I'm like, Ken, do I like fetid? So I picked up Steeping Corporeal Mass. And I actually have it right here. So I got shit everywhere. Steeping Corporeal Mess. This is one of those albums where everybody gets the name wrong. Some people call it Steeping Corporal Mass, Steeping Corporate Mess. I work for a corporate mess, so that one relates to me very well. So anyway, so I had a CD, which I've been kicking around. Fucking amazing. Great band. And so he had an extra copy of the demo. This long sold out demo. He fucking had another copy. And I was just floored that he thought of me in order to send this extra copy. So he wanted to make sure that somebody would appreciate it, which I do. So thank you so much, Ken. And he also included some other things which he did not have to do. And this, I'm just blown away. So I thought I'd share this with you guys and show you a couple of things that he put in the package. So yeah, but his interviews can go a little long. But all right, I mean, hell, maybe we can all watch it together. Hey, what's up, Lonnie? Gave him a heads up. So anyway, this vinyl actually is a more. This is not the original issuing. This is a brown swirl of their full length right here, and I actually did not get the vinyl when it first dropped, so I don't have all those original variants. So I got this reissue, already. So a band this young who already has reissues, that's a good sign. So I figured this is one of those that needed the vinyl treatment, and I figured, so I got the CD and the vinyl. So going back to the demo, which I did not have, and that's basically what I told him. I didn't have the demo, and I stopped looking for it. I actually gave up. It's because I couldn't find it, at least at a reasonable price, for a time there. But I'm pretty sure it's somewhere down the road it's going to get reissued. So this is a head split. So the demo is Sentient Pile of Amorphous Rock. This is the green one. I know there are other colors. Who else put this out? It was Head Split. One thing I love about Fetid is they tend to do that really creepy synth intro thing with I think it's a couple of their tracks or two, and it just harkens back to that 80 or 70s horror movie thing that they do. And these guys nail it. They got a great sound. So here's the demo. If it'll focus. Really cool shit. I don't know if this will ever get issued on vinyl. I feel like if it hasn't, this could easily do very well. A lot of demos like this are getting reissued and selling very well. I just got that Baphomet tape, which it's another old demo that I think people should know about. It's on my Instagram. So here's the other stuff Ken sent my way. So this is another tape called Tombsday. Yeah. It's great, right? All right, so this is Tombsday. I didn't know this was coming. I didn't know it was in a package, along with the other stuff here. So compiled to the file. Very basic. There's no track listing on it or anything like that. However, I'm going to show you the J card. This is pretty funny. So Tombsday, again, it's on Bandcamp. Definitely check it out. And this is Dylan Jones, yes, of Rotted. And I'm kicking myself. I actually did not explore this one. I love his other death metal projects. He's all up. Dylan Jones, with this, convinced me he can do anything. So this is his more grindcore project. This is death grindcore, I guess you could say. Again, compiled to the file. Demo 2018, demo number 2, single 2020. So I'm not sure what that falls in line with the release right here. And Unholy Domain. So anyway, this is done very well. If you like Rotted, this has the guitar tone of Rotted, but with the grindcore treatments. And the tracks move very well. It's very dirty, very murky. It's actually heavier than the Rotted stuff, because I feel like the bass is thicker. It helps with the way it moves. The tracks are shorter in the grindcore fashion. The tracks of these titles. Hey, Marty. So the tracks of these titles. And he installed a backsplash. Holy shit. So anyway, so this Tombsday, so I'm going to just name you some of these tracks. So I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. Goddamn fucked up piece of shit. That's track number 2. Track number 3. Once you see my dick, you won't want it. So I can relate to some of this. So side 2, what the fuck? Number 2, love theme. Number 4, fuck off, Kevin. I don't know who Kevin is, but apparently he's not very fond of him. And then track number 5 is Nurgle's Opinion. And then number 6, Get a Job. And this track right here is I Hope Kenneth Copeland Gets COVID-19. There's Kenneth Copeland. So he's that sort of scam artist, religious evangelist or whatever. And I don't wish COVID-19 on anybody. That is a horrible thing. But if I were to find someone that, I wouldn't feel too bad. So this is a great release. So if you're not a diehard grindcore person, this has enough of that death sort of metal leanings, sort of seasoning to it that I think you might still enjoy it. I will still check it out. I can't disagree. guys, another form of evil. Let's just say that. So another thing he threw in the package was Molder, Vanished Cadavers, right here. So I have that Molder, what's it, Coffin Rock split. So I was just like, I was already a fan. However, this came out in 2020, so this is their, I guess it's their first full length. And, God damn it, focus. This is the first full length. And when he threw this my way, I was like, oh, cool. I don't have this. It's really cool to have a physical. I've had this on my Spotify rotation for a good while. And when I looked behind here, and I was trying to figure out what edition is this, and this is an import. So Ken being Ken, it's not normal with anything. He's he's somebody who knows how to do something a little special. So this is a Brazilian pressing, or import, should I say. So it's really cool to have this version in my possession. Thank you so much, Ken. The thing about Molder is, I know they get compared a lot to Obituary, and that's not too hard to see. And there's another band quite like that. If I can find it here. This band gets compared a lot to Obituary, which I will talk about once I'm done with this, and I'll show you something. And that is Sis from Russia. So, but this is more no frills. I think in the death metal world, Obituary are one of the more no frills kind of band. They're very direct. Riffs are very punchy. You put them alongside Incantation, it's like night and day. So, thing about Molder is they're even more no frills than Obituary. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that they have one guitarist, unlike Obituary, which is a little more fuller as far as their sound. So this is a little more meat and potatoes. And sometimes that's exactly what I want. And I think this is where Molder fits the mold. I guess you could say. Great release. And thank you, Ken. And this pressing is amazing. So, where's the Mincecore, though? I don't know if I have any Mincecore. If you could recommend any Mincecore bands. The purple version. Is that what they're calling it? Yeah, I think sometimes it's like the secret sauce. Like once you nail it, that's your formula, and you can kind of just keep that going for your releases, because people just love that tone. Something about Obituary, man, they're the real deal. So another one is, this is the last thing that he put in the package, among some other little items. But as far as records go, it's a band called Defixian Tabella. Defixianis. They're from San Diego, and it's a little hard to make out. This is actually still in the shrink wrap, which I should open it up and show you guys. I couldn't wait to check this out, so I just had it on my Spotify for a good while. So let's find out together what the actual contents are. I was not familiar with this band, so I was even extra curious. It's put out by Extreme Music, and here, maybe you can see it clearer now. There you go. So it's like this sort of look like wrapped in a veil. Very interesting logo, especially for a death metal band. It doesn't quite look like a very death metal kind of logo. Just lyrics and stuff. Here we go. Now, you could probably tell that this doesn't have your typical death metal sort of, that whole necro and pile of bodies kind of shit. This is more occult, a little bit ritualistic, but more like I said, occult based kind of death metal. They actually remind me of Vader. They have a very thick tone. The vocals are not quite as guttural. They're more of that sort of almost screaming, not too low register. They're not quite Dayside, but if you like Vader, these guys you would enjoy very much. I would even say they have a little bit of Nile in them. They're not as technical as Nile, not even close. But as far as the aesthetics and a little bit, a lot of the more intricate riffs kind of remind me of Nile a little bit. Another US band. But Defixion, Defixion, there's no way you'd be able to read that. Really cool. I like Vader, therefore I like this band. So just looking at the comments here. I can't find it. It's somewhere around here. I know Dennis has one. I was actually not very familiar with that band until we had that stream, and Ken got very excited about that demo. I had no idea that shit was that hot. Okay, so he threw in a couple little items, flyers actually, and some pins and some stickers. And before you roll your eyes, this is Ken we're talking about. So he's not normal with shit, and he thought he put in some things that I would enjoy, and everything here is fucking awesome. Look at this. An obtained enslavement pin. So there's some black, anything coming from Ken that's black metal, that's already unusual, because he's the death metal crypt, right? But this is fucking cool. It's a nice big pin too. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put this quite yet. Okay, so Solstice. So this is that doom band out of Finland. Very amazing release from last year. So the fact that he had this, he actually has talked about this band on his channel. So it's very cool that he threw that in there. Another death metal band, Carnal Ruin. This is a much smaller pin. I don't even think this is going to focus. So here we go. Let me just. Doesn't hurt to try a little, right? Shit. All right. It's just more gores and guts. It's very high fidelity for a small pin. I was actually surprised to see that. So let's see. Inoculation. Great band. And I actually just ordered their new CD through what the hell was it? Life After Death. So looking forward to this when it arrives. I heard a little bit of it online, and I was like, there's no brainer. So this is a no-brainer buy if you're a fucking death metal nut, right here. Next, come on, this label has been killing it. So Rotted Life, look at that, big giant fucking Rotted Life. Why live when you can rot? Rot. Okay, there you go. So these guys, when I first found out about them was when I got a Gosudar, I think that's how you say it. So it's a Russian band, and keep an eye out for that band, Gosudar. So I got their demo back in like 2018 or some shit like that, and it's been long sold out, and it's only 2 tracks. Those guys have been holding on to just these 2 tracks, and they've been making rounds. So they just, what do you call it? They put up their full length. Their full length will be out very soon, and it was available I saw it on the Bandcamp store. So I put a pre-order for their first full length, and I got the gold edition or something, and that sold out like that afternoon. I think the black is still up there, but that's going to go quickly too. And that's another one that's going to get a lot of represses. But Gosudar from Russia is, again, put out by these guys, fucking amazing. Rotted Life has been killing it. So everything in there, actually, this is one of those labels I'm afraid to go to because I know I'm going to just drop another 100 or 2. They're a little, you know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Yeah, Brian's been getting a lot of stuff, man. Thanks a lot, man. He's been hitting me up with these promo codes and stuff like that. And, it's also been part of my impulsive spending. The deals were just too good. Correction. Okay. So here's a few other things he put in there. So Deconsecration. Great band. I'm actually still waiting for the split they did with Reburied. So really good stuff. I ended up getting the glow in the dark. I normally don't go for glow in the dark anything, but I made an exception for this one. It was just that cool. So cool sticker. Fluids of Death. Another good band. I love that Faces of Death parody. One of my early entries into gore. Okay. It's on Maggot Stump. Okay. And maybe it's sold through their store. See, this is the thing. Like, a lot of these smaller labels, especially the more death metal oriented ones, I've noticed, like, I'll pick up a release here and there. And there have been times when I thought, oh, well, this is from that label. But no, it just happens I just bought it from their store. So sometimes these logos get mixed up. But anyway, they know what their inventory should be like. And they're very appealing for, death metal nuts like us. And this is Soul Grinder Zine. Really cool. I actually don't have any Soul Grinder zines. So it was really cool he threw that in there. So I'm very curious. But I picked up a few other this year, but not this one in particular. Not because I didn't like it. I just never got to it. But thanks for the reminder. And this patch is one of those woven ones. They did a really good job. It's nice and hefty. So Ken, once again, thank you. So he threw in some prints in here. Mayhem. I don't have this one. I guess this is one of their live releases. I don't have any Mayhem live releases. So just the studio stuff. I know a lot of you are probably not Mayhem fans. That's one of those bands that divides people. It's like either you really love them or you really hate them. So, Vietnamese iced coffee is the best. Why am I drinking at this time? I don't know. I'm nuts. So here is which I think is from Metal Maniacs. He threw some Metal Maniacs stuff in here. Marty, you would like this. Maybe harken back some memory. I don't know how old these are. So this is Mortician. That's Will Rama right there. Very cool. So I may end up framing some of these, doing something with them. This one's a double-sided one. We got Morbid Angel over here. Yeah. So we got Glenn Benton over here. So this is Terrorizer. Okay, I think there's some Metal Maniacs in here too. So he pulled some prints from these magazines. What you got there, Jeff? Melinda Love Pump. The problem with that is it's not a very memorable title. It's kind of like it was like that Fetid demo. It's like I had a hard time retaining what it was actually called because they get a little technical with the names. Even the caveman sounding stuff, it's just like a little too creative. So I'm sure we appreciate that Mortician picture there. So the other thing he put in there was Hate Eternal. There you go. We got Mr. New Cannibal Corpse guitarist himself. So I suppose Hate Eternal is done now. I don't know if the bands are they just on hold. Is that the deal? And in here we have Severe Torture. So this is Metal Maniacs. Oh yeah, that's a really good shot. I think that was it as far as the cat stuff. The most important item here is the flyer Ride of Life. That's not the one I wanted to show. It's cool we threw that in there. I actually like to throw these things in with VCLT and stuff like that. Brings back memories. especially the flyers from those old 90s shows. There we go. A personal letter from Ken. This is my favorite item right here. Now, I may do the Nick treatment and find a really nice frame for it. Ken, if you have any recommendations for Nick, just let me know. No, I'm not going to do that. Are you kidding me? But this will go in a very special folder. You know, it's really cool. I have a habit of losing letters. It's just a really bad habit of mine. So I'm going to try and be better with that. Ken, thank you. Fucking amazing. So I will be paying stuff forward. I have my own ways of doing that. But thank you for thinking of me. Thank you for that feta demo. Everything here is great. So I've been punked. I probably have. Okay. So, well, yeah, it's his baby, but I was surprised by the whole I mean, he's work accountable. He's engineered his shit. He's done a lot of stuff. Guy's just another big ball of talent. He's not one of those people that kind of. It's not like who's the other guy? Peter Tagdrin's one of those guys where like he's touched everything, but people are very divided by him because they feel like he's done very good shit with bands, but other people feel like he kind of just ruins their sound because he has a very particular style, very particular way of engineering. But Eric Witchhand, I don't know. Maybe it's just the U.S. death metal nut in me. I just like his touch on things. Again, it's not just U.S. stuff. I like Dan Swine and those other guys too. It's like I like everything they do, just about. So it's Bandcamp Friday, and I thought I would just name a few bands that I thought deserve recognition. So how am I going to do this? So I'm going to pull up this little tablet here and just make a few quick names, and just bear with me, people. So we'll talk about it tomorrow on the live stream. So there's a band called Potion, if you can see the logo there, out of Australia. So these guys are like Electric Wizard worship. They're quite doomy. It's a 3-piece, and they just dropped 2 tracks, which it's fucking amazing. If you just look up Potion, it's there. I don't think they have here's a photo of them if you can see it. This is a 3-piece. And they tend to release stuff on tape periodically, but it sells out like this. There's very limited runs. So they're a band where I think they're just mostly digital, effectively anyway. So that's one recommend. Another one is, let's see. I thought I had everything bookmarked here. It's a project called Hush. And I thought she needed a shout out. So this is brutal death metal out of Iceland, out of all places. Let me pull it up here. Here we go. Don't have a photo of this person. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure what to call. I don't know what the pronoun is, but it's out of Iceland, and the latest release is called Body. And there is an instrumental version of this, and then there's the one here, which is the regular one. Hush. It's called Hush, and that's their logo. Because if you look this up on Bandcamp, you're probably going to get several variations of it. So this is what you want. Really good. I was actually surprised at how good it really was. And let me just read you a quick description. So it's a one-woman brutal death metal project from Iceland, themed around anti-sexism, anti-racism, and anti-homophobia. So this is not your regular run-of-the-mill stuff. This is a very personal, very deep, very very touching kind of brutal death metal. It feels weird to say that, but I don't know. Just made it happen. 7 tracks. She's asking $5 for this. So really cool. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to Transylvania. I think they're the star of the show when it comes to a lot of this. There's another one that's been killing it, along with Waterlife and everybody else. So, yeah, let's move on to Transylvanian Tapes. Transylvanian Tapes, which are based in the U.S. And one cool piece of news I found out today was that they connected with international distributors. So anybody here watching overseas, there's good news. Because Transylvanian Tapes, which I think only have a Bandcamp store. I don't think they have any other sort of type of store. So you have to pretty much have to go through Bandcamp if you want to get anything through them. They sell only tapes. And I'm sure you guys have some recommends. If you have any recommends that people should check out, I'll just highlight it over here. I think I just saw that today. I haven't listened to it yet. I'm guessing that's death metal too. They don't do only death metal. They have some black metal. They have some doom metal. They have quite a bit of variety. I think when they started out, they were more doom oriented, from what I remember. But they've had a little more variety. They've been exploding. I picked up that Caged, which is another good release. They're from Philadelphia, but Transylvanian Tapes will be more readily available overseas, which is what I was trying to get at. So if you guys want to get your hands on this and don't want to pay stupid shipping prices for it, hold on, it's coming. But for now, us US folks have been a little spoiled by the stuff going on there. Let's see. Fossilization. Yeah, see, they don't run very high quantities of stuff either. Although I think that I don't know how they are with reissues, but I guess we'll find out. But it's one of those things where, like, if you see it and you like it and you want to get the physical, I wouldn't sleep on it. So anyway, so here's a few things I picked up. Let's start with the one I was just showing. So this one here is called. I actually had to put this up because I couldn't read it. It's Mesoamerican, sort of I guess Aztecian, Mexican, and this has that very murky, doomy death metal. It's here we go. Tantal. I'll write it down here in the comments. Is this shit? That Mesoamerican, Aztecian stuff, it's just fucking anything with a. You put a T and Z in front of something, you're done. Put a fork in it. There we go. That's the band. Really good release. Another band is sort of similar that I actually picked this up around the same time. So it was a little blurred trying to differentiate these two, but really nice green case. And that is Mortem. Much easier to say than the other one. No Mesoamerican type of name. This one is very good for us gringos. There we go. Nice yellow. The only thing I didn't like about this was that I don't know why they went with white type on yellow. I have a graphic design background. This is something I will never do. I don't know what the thinking was behind that. Yeah, but it's about the songs, right? It's about the music. And if you want the track listing, you got the J card here. So just don't lose it. So this is Mortem, and it is called Eternal Solitude. Really murky, fucking filthy. Really good shit right here too. So you might notice a theme tonight. So this is another. I think it was a 2020 drop. So most of these are going to be 2020. I have stuff on pre-order, so there will be some 2021 stuff I will be showing concurrently. So this one came out in April, and I don't even think Transylvanian Tapes were like quite the recognized name that they are now. They're finally getting a lot of steam. And they tend to price all their tapes at least US dollars, $6.66. Shocking, I know. But $6.66 is a very impulse buy kind of price. This is why I keep picking up these things like fucking bubblegum. You know, one here, one there. It's just $6.66. Oh, it's just $6.66. So, yeah, that is their magic trick. It's the way they price shit, good quality inventory, really good bands, nice variety. So, okay. The band Mortem. So if you go on their Bandcamp page, Melanie Burke, you may know her from Melanie Loves Death Metal. She left a comment on here on the Bandcamp page. So I'm just going to go ahead and just read it real quick. So, I wish I had found this sooner. It's so damn good. Bravo to this band. Really pulling at the emotions with this release. The eerie ending at 111, I guess that's the track one. I'm not sure what that is. Resonates through your soul. You think about it for days. After the transition from 1 through, she's got some track numbers here, I guess. It's so daunting and dark and absolutely perfect. Buy this album if you love death doom metal. Her favorite track is Eternal Solitude. So pretty cool. And Melanie Loves Death Metal. She's been killing it on her channel, so subscribe to her. And you know, she actually put up a Bandcamp code for that Wada album. I think it was their first one. So I was the one that snagged it. So if you guys want to know, her videos were a little distracting though, because she had that color changing keyboard in the background as she was talking. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's one of these. So I think she's gonna change that. You know, but you know, she's been consistent, and she talks about black metal too. Even though her channel is called Melanie Loves Death Metal, she talks about black metal too. So she's just as passionate. So it's cool to see other YouTubers, liking the kind of same stuff that we do and just being involved in the community. Her Instagram is great too. So, oh, you wanted that code? Yeah. I got some Bandcamp codes here too. I'll put up. So, Brian, you'll have your chance. Maybe not for that particular album. Okay. Let's move on to some other releases. So, Transylvanian Tapes also put out this. I don't know how you say it. It's a Swedish band. If I can pull it up here, called Gravkedi. And the release is called Grav Ruin. This is going to be a little dark. So they are more of the blackened funeral doom. It's quite depressive. There we go. Oh, see that focus. Fucking great. So this is also Transylvanian Tapes. They've actually had several releases. So this is the latest one. It came out in January or something like that. So I pre-ordered this and I knew I would want it right away. I have their last album on vinyl. Very good stuff. So I actually had this one for a while. I have not showed it on any of my videos yet. So I'm on like a lot of stuff here. So I figured I'd take this opportunity while I'm talking about Transylvanian Tapes. Free shit. Hey, can't say no to free shit, right? It's America. Transylvanian Tapes just reissued the Pitiless Long Pig Feast. That's going to go really quick if it hasn't already. So these guys are kicking ass. Another band, I think I have it here. The Pitiless are, it's like in Patago. It's just very fucking caveman kind of shit, but it's done right, and they're one of those bands I've been kind of holding off a while because I knew if I listen to it, I'm gonna fall in love with it. I'm just gonna fucking break the piggy bank yet again. It's funny how that is, but that was the situation. Oh yeah. I don't know if it's gonna be in any other format. As far as I know, it's the tape put out through these guys. And what else we got here? I had all these tabs open just to show you guys, but for some reason I'm using this Amazon tablet and it sucks. Here we go. Stygian Crown. So it's got members of Crimson Relic, Morgian. Here we go. It's epic doom metal. It's like female-fronted epic doom metal. So again, this is Solitude Aeternus, Candlemas, that kind of stuff. It is what I mean by variety through Transylvanian Tapes. They know what they're doing, and this will appease people who have that itch. So really good release. It is called, I think it's just self-titled. So that is on pre-order, I think. No, it's not on pre-order. I did order it, so I guess it'll be in pretty quickly. That's another thing too. Their shipping is awesome. They know how to package their stuff. You're not gonna get cracked cases. I have yet to experience that. You don't want to know, Jeff. You don't want to know. Okay. What else? As far as releases and stuff that you should check out, there's another one called Pitiless, Phthis, I think is how you say it, and put out by Gurgle and Gore. That just dropped today, and I think it's already sold out. Yeah, so I put in my order for that tape because I missed out on it the first time when it dropped last year. What else? So I got this week, and that is Chronicles, and it is called Astodan. This is death metal out of India, I believe, or Dhaka, Bangladesh. So, sorry guys, I would love to get this to focus the way it should. That is fucking logo. These guys are a little more raw. Production's a little more lo-fi, but it's not like demo quality or anything like that. It still sounds pretty well put together. This is very intentional. Here we go. See that? Probably a little better now. Very ritualistic death metal. Again, out of India, which is already pretty unusual. I don't get a lot of death metal coming out of there. There is a Hellhammer cover on here for, what is it, Messiah? Yep. Messiah, there you go. Hellhammer cover. Fits very well with the whole ritualistic shit. I think it's Messiah is off the Satanic Rites EP. But really good stuff. Again, put out through Famine Records. They should still have tapes available. Last time I checked, there's still logo. So yeah, free shit, sort of, drop the dollars, they throw some stuff in there, but it's always nice when they do that. Oftentimes they don't have to, but I'm always surprised every time. I'll open up a package, and I'll get a package, and there'll be a tape in there, and I'm quickly excited, and then shit just starts falling out of the package because you actually don't know what they put in there. So before you throw out those sleeves, the mailers that it came with, look through it very thoroughly because you may be throwing out some pretty good pins and stickers. I think that's all that came up for that one. Another one is Witchhand Productions. I talked about these guys in past videos. So they're I think they're based out of Portland, Oregon. And they put out this release called Pitiless Gaze. Pretty cool. This is the same people that put out the Akasha releases. Nothing on the other side, so it's just one-sided print. This right here, it's more, they're called Pitiless Gaze, and that's what it sounds like. It sounds very sterile and soulless. It almost sounds industrial sometimes with the way they handle the drumming. If you know a band called Autocrater, it kind of reminds me of them. If you like that kind of thing, you want something a little different, it's very punishing. So check out Witchhand Productions, and they have some pretty good stuff too. I know I've been talking about Transylvania Tapes for quite a while, but they're another one you should check out, and they have some pretty good stuff. What else? All right, I think that's it for the Bandcamp stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think they knew that. I think they made 200 of that tape, which is still apparently wasn't enough. I'm sure some of it gets withheld and sent to other distributors too. So it's not like all 200 went on Bandcamp. I don't run a distributor or anything like that, so that's just my stupid idea how I think it works. Okay. On Eli's channel. Eli might have shown, yeah. If this is something I think will be on Eli's alley. Dark Hymns from the Cold North, another channel, if you guys aren't subscribed. He's based in Idaho, I believe. Okay. Sorry, guys, you're trying to catch up on your comments. Okay, so picked up one woman black metal. So obviously everybody's heard about Holder, and this is their 2021 drop. And amazing talent, great fucking release. Nobody's gonna dispute that. But why am I bringing this up? Because there's another project, and I can't help but compare it, even though they're quite different, called Ieshure from the Ukraine. You guys might be familiar with her. So she's been gaining steam and getting a little more recognition. She's been putting out some stuff for a while, actually. She doesn't have a whole lot of releases, but I know I don't know if one of her early drops a few years ago was a folk album, believe it or not, before she moved completely to black metal. So this is one woman black metal out of the Ukraine, and this one is a looks like it's a dual release. So it's her first album, The Shadow. Let's see there. And then she put out an EP called Cold Stars of Eternity, which is newer, and this is stronger. Every time she drops something, it gets stronger and stronger. It almost reminds me of Opera 9. Her voice sometimes can go into that sort of Cadavaria territory, which I enjoyed. I've loved Opera 9 for years with the stuff that they put out. She's quite creative, but she doesn't stay in that territory. She moves into that sort of avant-garde. Sometimes, she could get brutal. Her voice, she could be quite vicious. I wouldn't call this too raw or anything like that. It's more what do you call it? It can be quite ritualistic sounding. But you can tell it's it's independently done. It's not done in some crazy high-end studio or anything like that. It's very personal black metal. I don't know how you say it. It's Ieshure. It's a really good shit. So this is the latest release right here, Fan of God. And I believe this is also going to get another pressing, which I think is out. So this has 3 tracks. It's just a short EP. This is her strongest material to date. I love this. This is a really good. So this is looks like some kind of Venus with a snake, poking an apple. And this dropped. I think it was sometime. Yeah, late. It was late last year. I think it came out during the summer. I remember reading about this, and before I could grab it, it was already gone. So I was able to find another listing where they had this. I was able to snag a copy before that sold out again too. But this is going to get released on vinyl if it hasn't already. Also on tape. I think it's already been out on tape. But check it out. Everybody's talking about Holder, but Ieshure, another name you should get familiar with. Pretty good black metal. She doesn't get all crazy with the synth like the way Holder does. She doesn't have that Scandinavian sound like the way Holder does. She falls more in line with that Mediterranean, Eastern European kind of flavor of black metal. Yeah. You nailed it, Jake. I don't have my bong, man. I'm not a cool as Schnell. I do have some torn clothing, though. He lives not too far from me. I see him post pictures on Instagram over here at FDR Park. I'm going to wait till the spring or summer when I hit the park more often. I'm probably going to see him there with his BMX bike doing his thing, because I know he posts pictures at that park quite frequently. Okay, so getting there. So a couple more things. I showed the cyst earlier, and the reason I'm showing this is because you're probably thinking, well, this came out in 2018. It's been talked about to death. What's the deal? First of all, I'm showing it on vinyl. This is the first time it's been on vinyl. So this is a recent pressing. I'm sure 99% of you who are watching this have it on CD. Everybody in the Mother's Dog has it on CD. But this is a cool pressing. There's two. I think this is sort of blue, icy kind of swirl, which I thought worked best for this. Again, Obituary Worship. There's no denying it. I don't think these guys will deny it. You love Obituary. You love these guys. It looks more pretty when I take it out. Yeah, it's fucking great. And I think, like I said, there's two variants. There's a clear one too. You know, I used to be all fanboy about clear, but nowadays, I don't know. I think I'm all cleared out. If I don't go black, but I go color, either one, like a nice swirl. I'm not a fan of the pinwheels. I'm not a fan of the half and halves. I know some people. I don't understand the appeal of that, but I guess, you know, hey, to each their own, right? But I'm a sucker for swirls, or just straight solid colors, you know, or that marbling. So, you know, that kind of treatment. So, really cool shit. I think Hell's Headbangers still have this available on vinyl, so this is not hard to get. I would grab it now. Fucking great release. Even when it first dropped till now, this is always recommended. They also have who the hell? They did a split. Who was it with? Shit, I forget now. If you guys remember who they did the split with. Coke bottle, yeah, Coke bottle clear is okay. I have the oh fuck. Sorry, I got shit everywhere, so I'm trying to just find stuff just to show you. I got the Undeath. I got that on Coke bottle clear. That was the last thing I bought in that color variant. Yeah. The thing about the CD is I got the Digipack, so that tempted me more to pick it up on vinyl. I'm like, do I pick up a jewel case version? I don't know if there is one, but I'll just go straight to the vinyl. You know, like I did with that Fetid. Brian, if you love Obituary, you need to get on that, man. That is fucking Obituary Worship done right. And I'm not saying this sounds exactly like Obituary. That's like saying Molar sounds exactly like Obituary. They got their own flavor. They got their own tone going on, but the spirit is there. I mean, you can tell they're quite influenced by that band. Okay, so let's see what else. So this one here. Yeah, I think that Fetid that I showed dropped February 26th, and this that color variant anyway of this year. So this Atramentis, which I'm sure most of you already have, really amazing fucking Funeral Doom that came out last year. So, but they had a new color variant this year. So this also dropped the 26th. So let me show you how pretty it is. So that is Stygian Atramentis. Look at that shit. So you're probably saying, well, Rick, why didn't you just buy it last year when it first dropped? You know, because everybody and their mother's dog was talking about it. Mother's dog again. And it came down to the wire. When I was ready to purchase this, I found out that Esoteric put out Metamorphogenesis. So that one won out. And I said, I'll pick this up later. And I'm glad I did, because sure enough, they repressed it. At $20 spin, it's pretty good with that. So this, along with that Fetid, again, same drop dates with these color variants. And $20 spin knew very well to reissue those. So, okay. I'm just glad to finally have it. I'm very happy about it. stopped at my local record store. So if you want to know something different, I'll show you something really fucking different. You're gonna go, Rick, really? Did you know Debbie Harry had a solo record? So Vinyl Altar had this for $3, and I love Debbie Harry and Blondie and all that stuff. But what I loved about this is that it is HR Giga work. So I don't know if a lot of you know that, but you know you can tell just through the whole aesthetic here. Just catching up here. It's still up, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. I think everybody who wanted to buy that Entrament has already pretty much got it. So then there's spillovers like us. You know, I could have bought it when it came out, but I had my reasons. Plus, there was a lot of other really good Doom coming out. Yeah, you know, once I break out the Debbie Harry, I guess I'm wild man territory, right? So anyway, what's cool about this is this album itself was a flop. Despite the fact that Nile Rodgers, you know, legendary guitarist, worked with fucking everybody in the industry, they were not able to make this a hit. So she stopped doing Blondie for a while and decided to do her solo release. But, you know, she came out with this when, you know, people like Olivia Newton-John was putting out her shit. You know what I mean? Come on. This is going to top Let's Get Physical? I don't know. So, typical HR Giger shit. He does these sort of alternative variations. I love his work, man. You know, so if you ever picked up some, you know, a Celtic Frost or Triptychon shit or anything like that, you know, I'm sure you have some of his work. So that's mainly the reason why I got it. Not so much for the music. I like Debbie Harry, but this album it was pretty forgettable. It was just it was a little too dancey and go happy and too poppy for me, for what it was. All right, so that's that. Got this at the record store. So this is Monolord. This is the EP they dropped this year. So it's just 2 tracks. So it's one new track and one live track from one of their previous releases. Look at that cover. You know, that girl flashing right in the middle, pretty intentional. So pretty depressing. So let me take this out and just show you the actual record. Very fucking pretty. So if you don't know Monolord, they are quite doomy. They've been getting a little more progressive lately with the riffing. The riffing before tried to more on that fuzzy, doomy stoner kind of stuff. They still kind of are, but I noticed the changing in their riffing. They're getting a little more interesting. So there's a nice neon orange. So this is the label. There we go. I guess it's sort of semi-translucent. So let me show you the cover. This is not a typical cover. It came in one of those really thick picture disc style sleeves. I'm sure most of you hate it because these stupid things tend to split. But there's a reason why they did this. Let's see. Which Chainsaw album is that? I know a lot of these guys tend to recycle a lot of the same kind of paintings and artwork, though I think this one is original to these guys, if I'm not mistaken. It says Michael Hutter was the guy behind this, and so I'm just gonna just really quickly. There we go. Look at that shit. Just people fucking marching down to their despair. It reminds me of the old Cathedral albums and stuff. You know, it's got that sort of vibe. A lot of the French painters tend to do this style too. So that's the back of it. Very cool. Here's the other side of it, and hopefully you can see it. So it's basically the cover. Here you can see it in its full fidelity. There's a lot going on here. Sorry for the glare. But again, it's just 2 tracks, quite lengthy. These guys trying in that sort of Doom territory, but it's a pretty satisfying listen. Check out Monolord if you guys haven't gotten on the Monolord bandwagon yet. Is it for everybody? Maybe not. But if it's your thing, you will really like it. It will really be your thing. I think they're on the Relapse now. Yeah. Yeah, it's on the Relapse. If I bought it at the record store, I don't always look at where who put it out, unless I buy it directly from the label. But yeah, I recall they weren't always with Relapse. Oh, that's Monolord. That's their EP. They dropped. I think it was in February, early February. Pretty good. Speaking of which, I have some other stuff coming up as far as videos. I got some stuff on Life After Death, which I'm sure is going to be a lot of the similar kind of things that everybody else has been picking up through their sales. But I'll show you something now. So I'm really enjoying this. This is Caustic, Malicious. So this is thrash metal. I think these guys, I think they were like a one and done, or maybe put out a couple demos or two, but this was like their breakout release. I'm not sure how many albums they put out, but they didn't put out a lot of material. They were pretty short-lived. So this came out in 1993, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 1993. It's got 14 tracks. Pretty cool painting. It's got that nice sort of Giger-esque kind of inspired. I don't think Giger actually, H.R. Giger actually did this. I think it's sort of like a copy. Of course, he's had a lot of imitators over the years. So this, a pretty good listen. But as I was listening to this, I'm looking at the year it came out, and 1993 was not a great exposure year for thrash metal. You were deep in the death metal was gaining a lot of already was gaining ground. It was already, that was the heyday of death metal. You had the grunge guys. It was just a terrible time for traditional thrash metal. And when these guys dropped this, which is why I think they didn't get the attention that they should have. And I'm looking at this, and these guys sounded a little bit like they got quite a lot of Slayer in there, especially the vocalization, that Tom Araya thing going on. The musically, it sounds like Holy Terror. They got a blend of other influences too, but it's hard to nail one style because all their songs do vary. They don't sound the same, and the vocalist does some kind of melodic style kind of singing, clean vocalization, a throaty kind of stuff. There's a lot of variety with this. So this is something that a band that's trying to figure out their sound was trying all kinds of things. But also, I think it might have been a case of they didn't know if they were going to put out another release again. So they were just throwing it all in there. So, but I enjoyed it for what it was. But I think at the time this dropped, it was a little past. Had this come out maybe a few years earlier, I think these guys would have given a little more ground. But I'm glad it got reissued. Who put out this? Oh, this is another Crypt reissue. Crypt has been kicking ass too with these reissues, man. It just kind of putting these guys on the spotlight that people might have forgotten about. This cost is good. And the reason I also brought this out was because that whole Giger artwork. I showed that Debbie Harry, right, which is actual H.R. Giger artwork, and this is kind of like an imitation. But this reminds me if like if Dan Seagrave, if you were to ask him, hey, Mr. Seagrave, do me your best Giger impersonation, I feel like you would get a result kind of like this. if he was trying to do his impersonation of Bieber. Seagrave is awesome too, and you know, he's got another very recognizable style, just like Reptile and those guys. All right, anybody else thought I should mention? There is one band. Shit, let me pull it up. It's another funeral doom metal project I think you all should be aware about, and that is called Luna. Pull it up here on the tablet. And they're also from the Ukraine. Not Cult of Luna, it's just Luna. And that is self-titled Swallow Me Leaden. Sorry, guys. I'm struggling to get shit to come up here. It's just not working with me. I'm gonna go ahead and put that name right here. Check it out. It's a Bandcamp. Really good funeral doom. And their latest drop is just self-titled. And they got a little more symphonic with their sound. So if you like that Tremendous, you will definitely like these guys. So check them out. They got some digipacks. I don't see any vinyl. I don't think they have anything out on vinyl. But definitely worth scoping out. All right, so that's what I have for today. If you guys have anything you want to recommend or anything like that, you can just drop in a comment here real quick. While you're doing that, I'm going to show some Bandcamp codes. So, Brian, get your keyboard ready. One more thing. That's the digipacks, yeah. If you like depressive black metal, if you like some of that older Burzum stuff, and you don't want to buy actual Burzum, there's this band called Bide. So I just got this in. They're from New Orleans. This release is called "Hanging by the Bayou." Yeah, "Hanging by the Bayou Light." Very lo-fi. Again, like I said, depressive. I wouldn't, you know, want to drop in that suicidal territory. It might make you suicidal. It didn't for me, but it put me to place. This is the perfect 3 a.m. existential crisis album right here. This was their first release, which is self-titled. So it's Vide, V-I-D-E. I'll put that in the comments real quick. And I'm going to put up some Bandcamp codes for that release. So I actually have 2 of them. So Brian, you can snatch the one and first come, first serve for the other one. So here is, now hopefully this focuses. So I'm going to put it up until it focuses. By Hanging by the Bayou Light. The track Hanging by the Bayou Light is probably the best track on there. So I think that's just you. Yeah, you can just keep trying it until it works. So here's the other one. It's the same album, 2 different codes. Oh, that one did focus. So you just have to play back this video. I'm not going to take it down as much as I fucked up. Yeah, you just have to pause it just so we can get the characters right from there. So that last character is an 8. There we go. Okay. So I got another one here. It's Coffin, Koffin. This came in a bundle with other codes that I've gotten. So I'm not familiar with these guys, but I'm giving out the code anyway. It looks like it's death metal. See, like it blurs most of the time, and there we go. And it gets clear for like a second. Just, yeah, Coffin nailed into the coffin. It's this release. And another one here called Embrace of Hedera, the castle on the rolling hills. It looks like it's black, I think, or it might be Douglas. Okay, and the last one here, I saved it for last on purpose. And that is this, the Ieshure Phantoms of God. So here's the digital. So first come, first serve. Enjoy. That one shouldn't have been too hard to grab. So those are the Bandcamp codes, and I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna be on the stream tomorrow with Nick and the guys, and talk amongst yourselves, and thank you for hanging on and bearing with me. This went a little longer than I wanted, but it was a lot of shit to cover. If you guys like this and you want me to do it again, let me know. But it required a lot of preparation, even for what seemed like it was something pretty straightforward, I think. Let me see. Yeah, if you have any questions. No, I haven't checked it out. Jeff, I got your IM or your text here for a black metal project that you sent my way. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in the comments. So it's a progressive black metal called Iotun, and I've been enjoying it. I'm not sure where they're from. Access all rules. Okay, so that's in the comment. So we can talk about that tomorrow if you'd like. So if there's nothing else, I'm going to end it here. Keep it dreadful. Progressive death metal from Denmark. Oh, okay. Okay. I feel like there was some blackened elements to it. This is the thing about these experimental progressive kind of bands. They tend to go all over the place. But I did like what I heard. I have to listen to it some more. I was listening to it on the way to the store, but I'm gonna give it another listen tonight. It's cool. All right, guys. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.